Hey everyone, Sanctum Gamer here, and today I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you this tutorial on foliage detailing, with the focus being on how to transform your suburbs into tree-rich areas like the one you are currently seeing. Before building anything in-game, I like to take a look at the real world to see how foliage is spread out across a neighborhood. Of course, this will differ for each person depending on where you live. I particularly like to use my own neighborhood, which is rich in foliage, as inspiration. I will share the 5 techniques I use when detailing a newly built neighborhood to achieve the look you are seeing now. Before building, jump onto the workshop and subscribe to the type of foliage you want to use. There are hundreds of these on the workshop, so I am sure you will find something to suit any theme. I've added a link below to a collection of my favorite foliage assets. To get us started, let's assume we already have some roads laid out, some houses lining the roads, some fences here and there to separate the houses, and lastly, some driveways, backyard gardens, and so on. The first step is to consider the types of people living in the different houses. Pick a couple of them and give those some unique personalities. This house is owned by someone who loves flowers, so they have a lot of them all over the place. This house is owned by someone who doesn't maintain their yard very well. As a result, their lawn is never mowed and grass growth has gone out of control. This owner is absolutely a lover of lantanas. As you do this for various houses, the area slowly starts coming alive, with each house having its own unique look. Repeat this process for as many houses as you want. Don't be afraid to repeat a look with multiple houses. From afar, it will barely be noticeable. The second step is to consider the plantation of new trees in various houses, or in the area as a whole. These will be slightly bigger than the flowers and bushes, but not as big as, for example, oak trees or tall pines. Place a couple of these along walls, fences, or in backyards as you see fit. The foliage used can vary greatly and can be seen once again as people adding their own characters to their houses. The third step is the tree fence lovers, as I like to call them. These are the people who use bushes and trees as fences, or they have them planted in long rows. Place a few of these around to give the area more life. Lining the streets with trees also adds to the overall look. The fourth step is introducing the big trees. These are the ones that define the look of an area. Oak trees, pine trees, these all give the area its overall highlighting and dominating foliage look. Often, this decision is easily made if your city is themed after a real-life location. If you want an area to be more foliage-rich than others, you can do that. It helps break the overall sparsely appearing trees and offers what can look like a park in the neighborhood. The fifth and final step is to add some randomness. Place a few trees that are not common to the area or trees you haven't used yet. These represent areas where there are specific plantations that have taken place or where people may have planted very unique trees that they are fond of. Like this house with one too many palm trees. Once you have settled on a theme for an area, repeat it for as far out as you want that suburb to spread. In this case, we will cover the remaining land stretching out into the sea with a similar theme. Decorate the surrounding area with props and a similar foliage theme, and there you have it. A brand new suburb, rich in foliage. A tree lover's paradise. A similar technique can be used for less dense areas, arid regions, and so on. Some steps may not apply everywhere. For example, you may leave out placing big trees for arid regions. Or maybe not. It all depends on what story you are trying to tell with your neighborhood and its inhabitants. Use your imagination and always look to the real world for inspiration. And those are my 5 main tips for foliage detailing, and I hope you find them useful when building your future neighborhoods. If you enjoyed this video or if it helped you in any way, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe here for more tutorials. Take care. Bye.